So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Oh my goodness.
Try to take a shower here, guys. Come on, get out of here. Close your eyes.
Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, hope y'all are doing wonderful out there on this great Saturday night. My goodness. Good to see all of you out there. But I'm going to go ahead before I end up forgetting to. I'm going to put the banner out for tonight. It is for the giveaway for tonight, which will be Skinny Blue Knife. And man, we got a lot of great people back there in the green room. And I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and bring them right on out here on the stage. So up first, we have Moondog Go. How you doing this evening, Moondog?
Excellent. How are you, sir?
Doing great, brother. Doing good.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend thus far. We got the jets flying overhead to this weekend with Fleet Week coming in, so we have the Blue Angels flying around. So it's been great. Sound of freedom.
Nice. That is cool. Well, thanks for being here tonight, brother.
Happy to.
Up next, we have Mr. Gizzard Gary, everybody's favorite gizzard. How you doing this evening?
Doing all right. Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, glad you're here, buddy. Abigail just threw out a 12-month member as a VIP. Well, thank you, Abby. Thanks to all you VIPs. You guys are awesome. Oh, my goodness. And we also have in the green room, Mr. JH586. How you doing this evening, buddy?
Good. Thanks for having me. The roast beef in the green room is.
Yeah, ain't it kind of funny how we can have a little better food back there since Bubba's not been showing up early? That's awesome and all that other stuff.
There's
glad
that.
to have you this evening, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
And up next, we have the leather master himself, Mr. Mark Thomas. How you doing this evening, Mark?
Outstanding. Been a wonderful
Awesome.
day. Been a wonderful evening. Glad to be here. Good to see everybody. Just trying to keep up there with the side jets, but it's rolling right along. So let's have a little bit of a good time tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
And up next, we have Garage Guy 879. How you doing this evening, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing really well. It's always good to be here, spend some time with you guys. Always good to see those familiar names and new names over in the side chat. It's Saturday night, guys. Let's have some fun.
You betcha.
Indeed.
Yeah, try to keep us from it. We're going to have fun, so no matter
right.
what. Well, thank you so much for being here tonight, Garage Guy. I appreciate you, buddy. And so far, last but not least, we have from an undisclosed place, Mr. Pat in the bunker. How you doing this evening, Pat?
Oh, not too bad. Just got done eating a little bit ago and just relaxing. And yeah, glad to be on with y'all tonight.
Awesome. Glad you're here, brother. Glad you're here. And, oh, by the way, we will be doing our month of September giveaway tonight also. Of course, it'd be too late tonight to enter in that, but you can enter in this month, a month of October, for next month. And so if you don't know about that, on any of my videos, if you're subscribed to my channel, down in the comment section, if you just somewhere in your comment or whatever, just put I want to win, and then your name goes down here and handy dandy little book, and every time you do that for each video, you get a mark beside it, and that's how many entries you get for that month. for the giveaway. So always happy to have people doing that. I think it's a lot of fun. There's few people get pretty interested in the "I want to win" comments, and so it's always a lot of fun to read some of those. So, and of course, I like reading all the comments. So we just appreciate everybody that does comment on my videos. So, yep, we'll be doing that, and then we'll be doing a giveaway for tonight. And how you get entered in tonight's giveaway is hashtag HBN99. This is the 99th show of Guns, Beer, and Therapy. Man, they've gone pretty fast, it seems like. That I mean, on here with all you awesome people in the side chat and the panel, in these 99 shows, it's just been, wonderful. I mean, it just makes time go by fast for me because every Saturday night I look forward to it and just have a lot of fun with you. And so we'll probably try to figure out, since next Saturday will be the 100th show, we'll probably try to do something special for that night.
Ooh.
Maybe have some more giveaways or something. I'll come up with something. So, all righty.
Hey, Garage Guy, your mic's off.
Hillbilly, I would like to donate a couple of prizes for episode 100 of this awesome show.
Oh, thank you, Mark. That's awesome. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Anytime.
Well, very nice of you, buddy. So, yeah, just get a hold of me this week, and I'll get some pictures from you so I can show them and stuff, and whatever you're going to give away, and then I'll get some stuff figured out myself too. So awesome, man. So for the side chat and the panel, was there something that happened this week to where somebody made your day better, or you had the opportunity, to make somebody else's day better? And I know we try to do that each and every day, but sometimes there's just some little things that really stand out. And so if anybody on the side chat or on the panel would like to share any of that, please feel free to.
Yes, I've got one thing that made my day better yesterday when I got home from work. I had bought a brand new Smith & Wesson revolver, the model 617 chambered
nice.
22 LR. And I got a phone call from Buds and a text message saying it will be shipped out Monday. So hopefully by about next Thursday, I'll have it. I mean, that is one sweet revolver. Heard nothing but good things about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that video. That is definitely a sweet revolver. No doubt about that.
4-inch barrel, 10-round capacity. Buffalo Outdoors has got an excellent video on it. I suggest everybody check that video out. Buffalo's a good guy.
Yep.
Wow. Man. All these wonderful people out there in the side chat.
Yeah, buddy.
Does anybody else on the side chatter panel got anything they'd like to share?
Dude, as I shared with y'all last night, the whole department's been in my shop helping me get called up. So it's like I'm not dreading going to work on Monday. So that's a big time, huge blessing. Plus, we got to spend some time together and fellowship as we're working, and kind of get to know each other better. And pretty fun last week. We got a lot of work done, but it was nice to see. I'm usually in there by myself, just me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I bet it was nice to have some company.
Yeah, it was. It was, but then again, there's something about the solitude of, you can do whatever you want whenever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Feller had to wear breeches, huh?
I had to keep my shoes on the whole week.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, it's really nice that they all jumped in and helped you get all caught up, and yeah, it seems like a feller can see a little clearer when he's not piled up with a bunch of stuff. No.
Yeah, it gets to where they're bringing in more than you can fix in a day's time. So
Dang.
that can get tough. But we at least got some breathing room at the moment. So that's a good thing. And I appreciate all those guys out there helped.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they don't get tore up too dang fast.
Yeah, I got one little one. Made a new sitting bench for my mom and dad's deck out front of their house. And what it is kind of just looks like your basic sitting bench, but the back of it is a tailgate from one of my dad's very first pickup trucks.
Oh, wow.
62 Chevrolet, you know, the old ones with the chains that you put the latch across, then you loop it in and you hook it.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, that truck was taken by a tornado about 29 years ago, and I was just a wee little guy, and it was his old farm pickup that just stayed on the farm, and we did a lot of, you know, just moving around from buildings to buildings and stuff with it and hauling stuff. And I got the idea here about a year ago to go fetch the taillights and everything off of it that were still good, that didn't get tore up too bad on it. So they're mounted in the headboard behind there, and it's got the whole thing on there, and it's got some of the old emblems on the headboard and everything. And we got it up there, and we got it mounted and screwed down to their deck today. So dad and mom really appreciated that. So that was made somebody's day better anyway.
Man,
that's a good son there. Was that truck just sitting out there all that time and all the 28 years wrecked out after the tornado?
Yeah, because it smashed all the windows out of it. It ripped the hood and slammed it back into the cab, and I think it might have even rolled over once, if I remember right. It laid it, and it would have been a nice enough truck too if we would have saved on it and still had it. That probably would have been one of my first pickup trucks too. Just a little straight six, a little 300 Chevrolet, you know, nothing fancy, a little 4 on the floor and everything. Oh God, but it was a sweet truck. I still remember that truck to this day. I wish I had pictures of it, but yeah, it was still a pretty nice old truck even back then. So very little rust.
Well, Pat, maybe it possibly is a good thing that the tornado crashed it all up instead of you when you turned 16.
You're probably right, because there's probably more left of it after a tornado versus after I got done with it.
Oh, man. Yeah. Each one of my kids, when they turned 16, they wanted the Camaro, and I'm like, no. No. You got a lot of driving experience to do before you can get behind something, you know, it's got, you know, some horsepower. So
that's a dangerous car to be handed down to any teenager.
Yeah, I mean, you know, especially when it's been completely gone through, you know, a lot more horsepower than stock, you know, that came stock and stuff. So yeah, and then now I'm having trouble with the grandkids already calling it, and they're, you know, like those ones only 11, you know, and I'm like, you know,
well, that's proactive forward thinking there.
Yeah. Yeah, because my two oldest granddaughters, they're cousins. They're don't have the same mom, dad, and so one day I don't know, it was like last summer, and I heard them out there arguing. And I'm like, what are you two arguing about? Like, which one's going to get your Camaro? And I'm like, I can settle this right now. I said, I love you, but it's like, you both can ask your mom because they ask the same thing. Yeah. So, but yeah. All righty. Does anybody else have anything before we go on to our first topic?
Go away.
All righty. So let me scroll back down here. And we'll do the topic, and then we'll call it the side chat, and then we'll go ahead and do the monthly giveaway. But this was left over from last week. We were talking about, basically what we had in our house or something, stuff that we would need, if there was a disaster happen. And we just kind of ran out of time before we got to this. So I had one more question about that, and it had to do with firearms. And so, in a disaster, if a disaster did happen, what two firearms would you take? Would you take with you if you had to evacuate your house? And because I kind of thought about this, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely would take two different ones. I'm pretty sure. And so, I mean, even like you got your vehicle out there, whatever, you put them in your vehicle, whatever, just take them with you. If you knew you was gonna have to leave your house, what two firearms would you take? Not knowing like when you're going to be able to be back, or to your house or whatever. And so anyway, Moondog, we'll start with you, buddy.
It's interesting. I was in New York for Sandy, and that actually caused me to want to go through the arduous process of getting a license to get a gun in New York City, which I'd heard was notoriously difficult to get unless you were a celebrity or well connected in the Democratic Party in New York City. But that really made me think I really need to get a shotgun. Just thinking about having to leave. If I had to evacuate, I'd have to do it on foot and have to go through, potential riots or whatever. So I would have liked to bring a shotgun, but I'm thinking about it. My shotgun's a hunting shotgun because it's too long. So I would probably go with my Kel-Tec carbine and my Glock, just because of the commonality of magazines and ammo. Shotguns would be great for crowd control, but or at least putting off a large crowd more than. But any firearm, I guess, would be good for at least settling down a group of folks. But I would go with that for myself. And as much ammo as I could carry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can see where being, in New York, it definitely might be a little bit different than, somebody, some of us that just lives out in the woods too. So, yeah. And
plus anything smaller be easier to have if you're driving, which I do now, to be able to maneuver it in and out of a vehicle. I need to have something fairly small and compact. It's one of the reasons why I like my Kel-Tec folders. I could, fold it up, put it inside, and I'd have my ready firearm in a holster, my pistol. So yeah, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, good stuff. So Gary, how about you, buddy?
Well, now clarify. on this? Are we talking about a natural disaster situation, or I mean, a lot depends. Are we going to be able to come back at a certain time, or are we being invaded? I mean, the scenario changes. It's going to determine what you're going to grab. If I think I'm going to be gone a long time and have to fend myself, that's one thing. If I think I'm just trying to save my top two stuff because a flood's getting ready to knock the building down, that's a different scenario entirely. So,
Well, I was, I didn't say it. It just for survival, instead of like a antique or whatever, um, either if it is you know a disaster like hurricane, tornado, floods, whatever the case might be,
right.
and you might not know. I mean, if your house will be there or whatever. I mean, because I was kind of basing these off of last week when we were talking about that. Just by seeing what these people are going through from the hurricane, and then now, like in Florida, some of them tornadoes, and so
Well, like I say, it's tough. We're not talking about a scenario where I might be on my own for 2 or 3 months and not be able to get to civilization or anything like that. So, uh, definitely probably gonna want one of my 9mm. Probably grab the Glock 19 because I got a lot of different mags for that and a ton of ammo. And then as far as a long gun, it's gonna be a toss up between a short barrel 12 gauge wouldn't be a bad idea. I have one, but then you got to have some place to carry all the ammo for it. Or I've also thought about just a 22 rifle, which you could carry a lot of ammo in a backpack for that. So it's
Sure.
something along those lines.
all right. So how about you, Jamie?
Uh, I think Fluffy does well. I'd probably just grab one particular AR that I really like to shoot. It's a DPMS, and I've got a battle sight on it, but I do need some backup sights for it. And I would probably take either my CZ75 or my Springfield XD and 40 because that's what I have the most extra magazines for. So that's probably what I would get. Although
Awesome.
there is a school of thought where you could take two 357 revolvers in your cowboy lever action and just
Yeah.
carry one ammo.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That would give you, with full 357 loads, that would give you 10 out of the rifle and 6 out of each of your revolvers. So 22 shots before you have to start cramming stuff back in it. But with AR-15 and the CZ, you got 30 plus 17 and 17.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. How about you, Mark Thomas?
Well, I'm going to go kind of a lot of everybody else's. I'm
I
going to
know
grab.
you're going to leave that Brawler behind, would you?
Yeah, I'd love to take it, but I'm going to make sure I've got a 357 revolver, whether it's single action or double action, because that's going to give me 357 and 38. And although I would love to have a rifle with me, I'm going to go ahead and take a 12 gauge shotgun and it's going to be either a single shot or a pump, or probably not an automatic because they're just a little too finicky. But I want a 12 gauge shotgun over a rifle just because it's so versatile. You can feed it anything.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff, buddy. So, how about you, Garage Guy?
Well, honestly, if you'd said 3 firearms instead of 2, that would have been a lot easier.
Yep.
But I got to go with Mark Thomas on a shotgun. It would be a pump. I've got a Maverick 88 security model, 7+1 capacity. And yeah, that would definitely be coming with me. As far as a sidearm, it would be my Glock 17 Gen 3. It's simple, it's reliable, it just works with steel ammo, brass, what have you. Never had a problem with it. And that third one I was talking about, third choice, would be a Ruger 1022. If I'm going to be gone for a while, you want to take something that can handle small game without blowing it up. You know, you want a few pieces left on the ground you can put over the fire and eat. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, buddy. How about you, Pat?
Well, as much as I would love the shotgun, where I live is a little bit more wide open spaces, and might need to reach out and touch someone or something. I'd have to go with my Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2 with the scope and the red dot on it. And
good choice.
You know, and then with this little carrier guy, my P95 DC Ruger with the 6 mags that go along with it, and it all just contains right onto that rig. I can just throw it on me, and I've got both of them, and I'm out the door super quick. So as much as that's generic, kind of like everybody else's, but as far as simplicity and everything's right there on a carrier, whether I'm just throwing it on me or just grabbing it and just running out the door, you know, pretty simple that way for me. So yeah, definitely an AR and then 9mm pistol for sure. And the reason I picked the P95 DC as far as pistol, it's about like a Glock. I mean, it's just you shoot it and it works. It's just gonna run, and it's accurate. So that's the whole reason I'm taking that pistol with me. So
yeah, good stuff, buddy. I kind of thought for a while on this when I had put this banner in here. I was like a lot of you guys too, thinking, well, I'll take a Glock or Glock clone pistol, 9mm. And then I also was thinking, well, would I take a shotgun? That was in my deal. And then I was like, well, maybe I just take an AR, and because there's, several mags and stuff for those and everything. And then the more I thought about it, I think my choice would be my pistol carbine rifle, my 9mm, because it takes Glock mags too. So I could just, grab ammo box, all the mags in there, and then it would work for my pistol or my rifle. And so I think those would be maybe the two. And then I also was thinking, like, you guys too, with the 357, 38, the revolver and the lever action. And so I think everybody had great stuff there, because like I was trying to figure out, and I couldn't make up my mind. And so, but I think maybe down to it, that might be the two that I would grab.
okay. I'm going to throw a little bit of monkey into this wrench right here. You said 2 guns, right? Okay, I'm still carrying the AR, but I am bringing my CMMG bolt carrier group with me and 122 mag, so I can hunt the small game. 2 rifles, 1 rifle, 2 different calibers. So I that just popped in my head. I was like, yeah, why wouldn't the guy do that? Why wouldn't it? That bolt carrier group doesn't take up any room.
No.
And as long as you have 122 mag, whether it's a 10 rounder or the 25, from CMMG, it's
good for hunting.
Why not?
You betcha.
Well, there's only one downside to taking a shotgun. If you're carrying an ammo box with you, you can get a lot more rounds of 5.56 or 2.23 in an ammo box than you can 12 gauge.
Yeah. And, I still think, too, that would be like the scenario you're in as far as living like a city with a lot of people or, things like that, too. So, yeah. But I think all those answers are great answers. And Side Chat had some great ones out there, too. So, welcome the Barons out there. He said, get a real 44 mag rifle and a revolver, and the bear will be your slave. So,
At least you'd have a lot to eat anyway.
Mike?
Yeah.
You mentioned carbine, however you might say it for a second. I just noticed earlier this week, Ruger has put out a new carbine in 10 millimeter, and Hickok did a video on it, and that thing looks like it's got a lot of punch to it.
I'll bet. See, yeah. I didn't know they'd come out with that, so I'll have to check that out.
And Moondog, you said you'd be carrying a 9mm carbine.
Yeah.
Correct?
I was just thinking in terms of because I have the most mags, and I could use my pistol mags, which have most mags for that Glock. It's not my favorite pistol to shoot. It's just for a practical sense of having those mags and supplies.
Yeah, and where where you figure where you're in a more urban setting, maybe not having to make some of those longer shots, or potentially having to make longer shots and stuff like that. I would definitely, especially like someplace in like New York or something that's really heavy urbanized. I think that'd be the way to go, is 9mm carbine, because you're not having to make 300, 400, 500, 600 yard shots.
Yeah,
especially maneuvering between buildings.
Oh yeah, and the farthest distance, and I mean I live. I'm thinking a couple of different things, but the farthest distance I can ever see down any block is practically like 150 feet. So yeah, that's and I'm just thinking more in terms of what would I need to get out of here, to get out into the country? How do I get past roadblocks or debris or riots or whatever? Just to be able to make people back up and not approach my vehicle. That's the kind of firearm that I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Well, Jamie, would you like to shout out the Side Chat out there? And what should we have them type in?
I'm kind of liking the Baron over here. How about 44?
44. All right, the man says 44. You type 44 in the Side Chat, and Jamie will call your name out.
So Garage Guy's first, and he is in the panel and on the side chat. And so is Pat in a bunker. So is Moondog. We got Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy. Ron 2A Matters. Mark Thomas is also on the panel. Mr. Bob, Tommy Boy's out there. The Baron, Gizzard Gary's also on the panel. Tim S. Bama Dad, Artak and Daughters, and Abigail. Alaska 1 Andy.
I do like Bob's spelling of 44.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. A lot of great people out there. Good to see each and every one of you, man. Yeah. So,
There's Dwayne 7834.
Whoops.
And that's all we have at the moment.
All righty. Well, let me pull up this wheel here and share the screen on it. Actually, before I do that, I will show what we're going to be giving away to the winner of this monthly winner, the month of September. They'll be receiving the new skinny, pink, rose gold, purple. I don't know exactly, what color you would want to call that, but we're going to give away the skinny blue knife for a few more weeks, and then we'll be going to this one. So anyway, the winner of this monthly giveaway will win one of those. And they do have to be present to win. I can get these ads off the bottom of this. So we had everybody that entered. I have them down here, and how many times they had entered, commented, I want to win. And so we ended up with 101 entries in this. And so let me go down here. I'll give this thing a shuffle again and again. I have them shuffled up pretty good. So let's go ahead and give this thing a spin. So that is Kentucky Rimfire, and I've not seen him tonight. He's been working. So we'll give him just a second, just in case he's just listening or something to get on here. But you do have to be present to win. So Kentucky Rimfire, if you're out there, say something on the side chat.
So will he be getting, if whoever the winner tonight, that's going to be the blue knife or the rose one?
The rose gold one. Yeah. I know he's been working. He said last night that I think he has like 12 days straight. And so, all right, I'm going to go ahead and remove that number. Excuse me. And we'll give this thing another spin. $18. That is Mr. Bob Dabalina. Congratulations, buddy.
Oh,
yeah, I seen you commented just a few minutes ago. Sure you're still out there. So go ahead and say something, Mr. Bob, and You picked a bad time to run to the restroom. There he is.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
buddy. Congratulations. So, email me with your address, Mr. Bob, and I will get this sent out to you. Congratulations, brother. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna write this down here. And I'll go ahead and show here so everybody can see. So you can see how everybody has numbers. And so his the number fell between, he had 9 through 20. And so that's how he did. And of course, anybody and everybody that's commented, I want to win, and is a subscriber, they are on here. So awesome. Oh my goodness. So let's bring up this topic right here. And also, guys, make sure you get your hashtags in, hashtag HBN99, and that'll get you entered for tonight's giveaway of Skinny Blue Knife. So make sure you get those in. And this got me, I know this might be a little early, which I think some people might already have hunting season going on, deer season or whatever. But for me, actually tomorrow afternoon, my granddaughter's coming over and we're going to shoot some because youth week is in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah. So rifle season for youth starts. And so you got me thinking about that. And I was like, well, this is a topic I know, like, we cover a lot also when we get to closer to full going on, hunting season. But I thought, well, we'll see if you are a deer hunter, do you use a bow, black powder, or rifle? And if you do, tell us about, when I put tool, the reason I put that is because, that would cover the kind of gnat flying around here. Bow, black powder, or a rifle. And so we'll start down Pat and work our way around the other direction. So Pat, do you do any of those three? Or all of them?
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to have the time to bow hunt, but I don't. I'm pretty lucky anymore if I get the chance to rifle hunt deer anymore. And I hunt with a Type 53 Mosin Nagant that's put into a sporterized ATI stock that I free floated and bedded and everything. So it's pretty dang accurate. I got lucky; the barrel wasn't shot out. The action was in really good shape. Stock was junk on it, but put my own scope and everything on it, and it's got a bipod on the front of it that swings down on it and everything. I can't remember the brand of it, but yeah, it's done me good for the times that I've taken deer with it. I've never had one get up on me, or every time I've shot, I've got one down. So yeah, that's my preferred method is rifle, just because it varies so wildly. Where I live, there's a river, and yeah, you can get them in closer if you know where the trails and everything up, and you're smart on your setup. But then when you get up out of the river valley and you go into the prairie, in between batches of trees, yeah, you could be taking quite a stretch on a shot. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have both. And I do have another Type 53 if I'm down in the woods, that's in really good shape. and I get into a really condensed area, I'll just ditch that one altogether, and I'll go with the one with the wood stock. And I know I can hit a deer with that one under 100 yards reliably and comfortably with the ammo that I have loaded for it. So, yeah, two
Nice.
different rifles on that. And it's kind of neat being able to use a old Russian era gun. So it's kind of neat because game warden always asks everybody here. He goes, "Well, what'd you get it with?" And I'll say, "Mosin Nagant," and half of them don't even know what the heck I'm
Really?
even talking about. So I got to get the bullet. I got to take it out. And I said, "This guy right here." And he goes, "What is that?" And I said, "It's World War I, World War II."
Pretty
now.
World War One.
Yeah, up to
Not dying.
now. So
Hey, Michael.
it's an interesting piece. So, but yeah, that's what I hunt with.
Maybe Mark knows this, but was the Mosin Nagant made for the Crimean War? I forget when they built that thing.
1893.
It's been a long time. It's been around a good time, and a lot of them made. They're all good. They still work. A lot of people still using them.
Dang. Ain't that something? To see something like that last that, some of these rifles and stuff last that long. Awesome. Good stuff. Garage guy. Do you hunt or did you hunt? And if you did or do, what did you use?
Well, yeah, I used to hunt, but I do have one question about the Mosin Nagant. A lot of collectors, from what I understand, value the ones with the hexagonal shaped receiver. I think I'm saying that right, more than they do the others. Is there any truth to that? Okay.
Yes. The main reason being, I'll just do this quick. The main reason being the hex was before they really had to ramp up for World War II, and they didn't have the time to do that machining and stuff. And that's why you see the actual wartime and post Mosin Nagants in the barrels and everything. They weren't smoothed up. They're kind of grainy, like they've got these lines in them.
Right.
They didn't have the time to do the finish machining and the feed ramps on the inside. The feed ramps are gone in that from World War II during that on. They're gone because they were trying to tool down everything as much as possible. So yeah, if you got one with a nice hex receiver on it and everything, those are the nice ones. Those are the nice finished ones.
Right. Ebomi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. His name's Eric.
Real quick, Garage Guy, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I got to step away for just a second. And so just you, and then we'll go on over to Mark Thomas or whatever. And Moondog, would you take care of the side chat for a second, please?
Sure.
Okay. Ebomi did a couple of videos on that explaining, the hex models were more sought after than the others, and I thought I'd ask about that. But as far as hunting, I never went bow hunting. I never was that good a shot with the bow. I wish I was better. Archery is something I would like to take up here before long. I always used a rifle or shotgun, just go out here and, groundhogs or whatever, four-legged critters, that kind of thing, pest control mostly anymore. I haven't been deer hunting in several years, so either rifles or shotguns, that was my thing. I guess Mark here.
I guess I'm up next.
Yeah, go for it, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep track of the side chat and listen to what's going on, but I'm not sure what the question, the topic is.
Oh,
What am I-
if you hunt, and what do you use? Bow, rifle, or sharp sticks?
Well, if and when I hunt, if I can, I do love archery hunting. I don't have enough time to keep well and practice enough with a compound bow. So I have been falling back on a good crossbow that I have.
Oh.
And if that season isn't successful, I do have plenty of rifles to fall back on for rifle season. And beyond that, if I had to, I could hunt with a shotgun, but I don't really try to do that specifically.
All right. Well, let's move over to Jamie. You wanna chime in there, Jamie?
I do all that except black powder, and I kind of want to get into that. I have a crossbow, and it's just a cheap one, but it shoots really well, and I mean real well. And I've not taken a deer with it yet, and mainly because it's deer. Bow season here opens up in the middle of September, and it can still be 100 degrees here in September. So you think about it being that hot. Not only are you miserable, the deer are too. They're full of dick and fleas and all that. So
Take me out of my misery.
I know. I mean,
if
you're doing him a favor.
Yeah, if you kill one, you're going to. Yeah, they're going to be all over you too. So, so I don't recommend bow hunting in the South, and unless your season's different than ours. And our deer typically go in rut about that second full week of November, and that's when I really like to get out. But I have 3 rifles that I'll use, and it's going to depend on where I'm hunting as to which one I'm taking. I use my lever action 35 Remington Marlin. I use AR chambered in 350 Legend, and I use my 270 Winchester, which y'all can see in the background right there. There was a time on YouTube when you had a live stream, you could actually pick up a gun and show it and tell all about it. On Scotsman's chat, we used to have what they called gun check, where you got on you or close by. Show it, tell us about it, but not anymore. But yeah, that's what I do when I'm inside 100 yards. I like my 35 Remington. Inside, well, say out to 120, 150, I like that 350 Legend. That does great work. And if you're in a straight wall state, a straight wall cartridge state for deer hunting, and you're thinking about ditching your shotgun for something with a little more reach and power, that 350 Legend it works on deer. It really does work on deer well, and
oh yeah,
at least it has for me. And the 270 is for when I hunt and stands over open fields with long distance. The first I ever killed a deer though was 190. I think it was 192 yards.
Wow.
So,
dang.
with that 270, and they don't go far. You gotta love 270, guys. You just got to.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I do.
I thought you were going to say your first deer was at 65 mile an hour. Off the bumper of the truck.
That was my wife's. Back when I very first started hunting, it took me a year and a half to catch up with her because she had 3 deer killed with her car. I mean, I was killing 2 and 3 a year, but it took me into my second season to pass her. And so we kept meat in the freezer and our freezer and the body shop guys.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh yeah, good stuff. So Gary, we'll move right on up to you. And did you get deer hunt much there in Kansas?
I've never deer hunted in my life.
Well, you did bird hunt though. What did you use for bird hunting?
Shotgun. You can't shoot birds with a rifle or a pistol. Or a bow.
Or a bow. I would like to see that.
Well, bow hunt turkey, but they're on the ground when I shoot them.
You kind of walked into that one, Hillbilly.
Well, I thought he might be like a certain, model shotgun or something he had that he.
I only owned one at the time, so
Yeah.
it's my Sears and Roebuck 12 gauge that my folks bought me. That's the only one I own. Haven't hunted since I was 25, so.
Oh wow.
Are there pheasants out there?
Yeah, mostly out in the western part of the state, but yeah. Because Dad used to go out. I think pheasant season opened the Thanksgiving weekend, the day after Thanksgiving. So usually after Thanksgiving, we get ready to go on our hunting trip, and we'd go out western Kansas, spend the weekend pheasant hunting.
Well, yeah. Been to western Kansas pheasant hunt many times.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Awesome. So, Moondog, how about you? I know the 2 states that you lived in, they probably don't allow a whole lot of hunting, do they?
Well, actually, they do. I mean, there was plenty of hunting, deer hunting in New York State and California. Yeah. Not in New York City. We're very little deer hunting in New York City. But and there's deer hunting here in California as well as hog and other game. But I've only ever hunted done a hog hunt in Texas. I would love to, but I just don't have time to go out to do a deer hunt here in California. And I do shoot bow recurve, but I'm not in any good shape to go bow hunting. I would love to, but yeah. Again, it's like sort of time and distance to go on a hunt. Just don't have that opportunity. But I've got a 308 that I bought with my excuse was, one of these days somebody's going to invite me to go on a deer hunt. So I better have a decent rifle to go with. And I've got my shotgun that I use mostly for clay. But if I ever have a need to go birding with it, I have something.
Oh man, do they have birds down south, like down by Walter and stuff, or like
I'm pretty sure, I have to ask Walter that what they have to shoot. I know there's pheasant and quail, but I don't know what I actually haven't looked into what is legal to shoot. All I know is that it's legal to shoot crows in California without a license, as long as they're harassing or they're damaging your property.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much about or a lot of the states. I think so. But, yeah, good stuff, buddy. Yeah, I hope you get to go deer hunting and maybe some bird hunting and stuff, because it's a lot of fun. And one thing I'd like to do is do the helicopter ride, hunting the pigs out of the helicopter. I think that would be a blast. I mean,
And that's different. That throws in a lot more variables in your shooting.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, I don't really bow hunt anymore. I have pretty much all my life, and had some really nice bows over the years, and um, uh, I loved it because I go out bow hunting and basically be scouting for my rifle season too, because rifle season started after bow hunting, and but for me, it's been mainly 30-30 lever action, or when I was younger, I used 35 Remington, and for around here, because a lot of hills, a lot of woods, you don't get a whole lot of very long shots, but I do have a 30-30 bolt action for the few cases that I did go somewhere, maybe northern Missouri or something, to where there's some nice fields, and so that's most usually what I took there. But yeah, I might end up this year taking a 300 blackout, maybe. I don't know for sure, but I've been thinking about it. Yeah. So just to try it, because I think you're going to get like $1, but we can get, quite a few antlerless doe tags, and stuff. And so, um, yeah. But yeah, I think I might try 300 blackout also this year with the 30-30. But yeah, my goodness. A lot of good stuff, guys. A lot of great stuff out in the side chat, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, our season opens next. Our rifle season opens next weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's still a little warm for that, so I probably ain't going opening day. But we get two bucks and 10 doe, and where you can take up to 10 doe. But one of the bucks has to be what we call trophy. It's got to be at least 4 points on one side.
Oh, nice.
So Ohio State got beat today by Oregon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Alabama held on, beat South Carolina. Georgia beat Mississippi State. I got scores running up here, I'll tell you. Garage Guy was asking about Tennessee and Florida. Maybe that'll be up here in a second. I'm pretty sure Tennessee won that game. Oh, Tennessee 23, Florida 17, final and overtime. How about that, Garage Guy?
Yeah, there was another good one.
Not thrilled.
Almost.
I'm sorry, Pat.
Almost knocked off it. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say Purdue almost knocked off Illinois today, 49-50.
Whoa.
Overtime.
That's close.
Good night, Chad. Thanks for jumping on, buddy.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, man. Yep. A lot of good college ball going on for sure.
Hey, Chris from the 740.
Yeah, I seen that there. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, man, that did hurt. Why did the quarterback slide down in the middle of the field with nobody around him, down by 1 point when time is running out on the clock? I don't get it. That was a weird ending.
Maybe he lost track of downs. I've seen that happen before, even here in high school.
Yeah, Illinois 50, Purdue 49. Wow. That was an overtime game, too.
Yeah, I kind of wished I would have watched that one now.
I rode a helicopter once, Tommy boy.
Chris, you know I pull for Ohio State for you and Jason Stewart whenever they ain't playing Georgia. Only time I'll pull against Ohio State's when Georgia plays them. That probably ain't gonna be this year. Because Georgia ain't looking real great.
Well, speaking of that, and we have about 10 minutes before we do the giveaway, so perfect segue to this topic here. What's your favorite sports teams? And Jamie, you just want to start this off since you're already talking sports?
I'm a Homer, dude. I'm an Atlanta Braves guy, Georgia Bulldog fan. I'll watch the Falcons. You know, they pretty much disappoint us, but we always kind of hope they do well. And I have a certain attitude about Georgia Tech. I got a lot of friends that are Georgia Tech fans, so I kind of want them to do well till they play Georgia at the Saturday after Thanksgiving every year. And so, yeah, all SEC by my dad.
Good night, Baron. Thanks for being here this evening.
Yeah, man. Come back.
A good one. Really don't watch any pro football anymore. I'll catch the Chiefs every once in a while, but Nebraska Cornhuskers on football and volleyball, and baseball is listen to the Royals on the radio a lot when, especially in this time of year and stuff like that. When I'm out there bumping along in a tractor or fixing fence and got the radio on or something like that. So always been a Kansas City Royals fan. So that really about the Huskers and the Royals is about really the only two that I really follow anymore.
Cool. Good one. So garage guy?
Well, back
You
in
were
the day, back in the day when I was growing up, everybody around here was, well, I live in the southwestern part of Virginia and Baltimore. It was either the Orioles or the Colts. And my dad, if anybody said anything bad about Johnny Unitas, they were in for it. Yeah. And then what really got him, somebody come up and told him, said Baltimore's not the closest city with a sports franchise. Come to find out, Cincinnati is closer to here than it was to go to Baltimore. Nobody gave a flying flip about the Cincinnati Reds or Bengals. But back in the day when WTBS went national on cable, Atlanta Braves, I mean, they'd show the game, and in the middle of the night, if you woke up, they'd show a replay. And then they got good back in the 90s, made the World Series a couple of times, blew it both times. But me, as far as baseball, I like the Braves. As far as NFL, I really don't care, but I will pull for the Carolina Panthers or New York Giants. College football, well, I don't have to answer that right there. My niece went to school up there back the year they went for the national championship, and I got to meet Michael Vick in person.
Oh, wow.
That's before all the dog fighting stuff
Oh,
went
so you
on.
didn't have your dog with you, did you?
No. And I'm pretty sure he never watched that cartoon Lady and a Tramp either. So, but
Hey,
he was
Yukon.
maybe. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying hi to Yukon out there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, the guy was built like a cinder block. He was maybe half a head taller than me. His shoulders that much broader. And when I shook his hand, he's a lefty, and his hand was like a catcher's mitt. I mean, he'd grab a hold of a football and just sling it down the field, no problem. I could care less about basketball or hockey or golf or bowling unless I'm doing it myself, and nobody wants to see that. So baseball and football is pretty much been my thing. The closest college campus to me, believe it or not, is Wake Forest over in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And then you got Appalachian State over in Boone, North Carolina, which is only about an hour from me. But as far as pro sports, not into it as much as I used to be. I love the college game.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. So how about you, Mark Thomas? See, Mark may have stepped away for a second. Or he might be taking a nap. We don't know. So we'll go ahead and move up to you, Gary.
Well, let's see. Of course, I think most people know I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a Royals fan. Those are the closest teams to me. I'm kind of a homer in that respect. As far as college sports go, I mean, here in the state of Kansas, you've got Kansas and Kansas State, and you have to fall on one side of that line or the other. You have to pick a side because they hate each other. So my folks always grew up to raise me as a Kansas Jayhawks fan, so of course I had to be a rebel, and I'm a Kansas State Wildcat fan. So, far as hockey goes, I could really care less. Pro basketball, I really can't stand pro basketball. There's really nothing about it that does anything for me. So, yeah, that's about it.
See, that's the way Georgia is with Georgia and Georgia Tech. You can't be middle of the road. You're either for us or against us.
Yeah, even if you didn't go to either school, you still have to pick a side.
Pick a side or move out of the state.
That's right.
Exactly.
But we are pretty united in the fact that we don't like Nebraska and we don't like Missouri.
Unifying factor.
We don't have to play either one of them anymore because they done skipped the conference and moved out.
Oh, Mark's back.
There was definitely a love-hate relation. Well, just a hate-hate.
Well,
relationship
Nebraska
between
got mad
fans.
because K-State beat them a few times in football, so they just left the conference entirely.
We ain't been good for a while. I'll be the first one to admit it.
All right, Moondog. What about
Oh, you want to
buddy?
go? Do you want to go? Because we skipped Mark. Shall we?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Mark, you're back.
Yeah,
Favorite
I'll
sports
tell you
team?
what. I'm going to go ahead and skip out. I'm beat. That was it. I drifted off. So good night, all. Thanks for having me. Been great to
Good
be
to see
here.
you, Mark.
Take
Good
care,
to see you,
all.
buddy.
Good night, Mark. Have a good
Mark.
one.
Good night.
Night, Mark.
All right. So, Moondog.
Well, I was just thinking about it. I haven't really been that much of a sports fan since maybe I was like in college or in high school. Back then, I was living. When I was growing, I grew up in Southern California, so I was always a Dodgers fan. I'm talking like back in Steve Garvey days, before Fernando Valenzuela, back in the 80s. But actually, that served me in good stead when I moved to New York because I lived in Brooklyn. So as long as you weren't a Yankees fan, it was good, and I could say it's the Brooklyn Dodgers that I was a fan of. So I would wear I still have my, I don't have it handy here, but I still have my Brooklyn Dodgers baseball cap with a big B on it. So I like to wear that around New York City. And yeah, all the my, when I watched sports, it was back in the day. I'm the only basketball team I liked was the Lakers, but that was back in the Magic Johnson, Kareem days. And that's not didn't really watch it so much when Shaq and now it's just, I don't know. It just, part of it is just I've got so many other things that occupy me. I will sit down and watch it with family and friends when they got it on TV when I go to like family gatherings and stuff. But I just don't watch it as much anymore. But so those would be my teams. So it'd still be the Dodgers and the Lakers, and still have a soft spot for the LA Rams now that they're back in LA.
There you go. Oh, man. Yeah, my wife would disagree with you because she grew up St. Louis Rams fan. Oh, man. Now we got Mike and Mini Mike's out there, buddy. Yeah, when I was young, I liked the NBA. We had Dr. J, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird,
Larry Bird.
a lot of those, but kind of when they faded away, the sport just kind of faded away for me, and
Me too. We had
So-
Dominique, and we had some good Hawks teams back then, and they would battle with those Celtic teams with Larry Bird and Larry Parrish, all those guys.
Mhm.
Man, those were, and the Lakers back then were strong as well. And Detroit had a good team. Who did Bill Lambier play for? Didn't he? Wasn't
Yeah,
he with the
it was
Pistons and then moved to the
Celtics.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Celtics. Yeah, Celtics before first, but that's where I remember him from.
Yeah.
I hated him.
Well, I remember as a kid, I wasn't a Celtics fan, but watching Larry Bird, like I was just amazed, especially when he got there with the ball rack, and just grab the ball, throw it, shoot it, like he'd have 3 or 4 balls in the air at one time, all just swooshing, It's like, dang, man, that was some talent. But yeah, for me, definitely Chiefs fan, always have been. And then with the Royals and the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Royals, I've been a fan of both all my life. So, you know, that just you know, been the main ones. And now I do love college. Definitely not really a Mizzou fan anymore. I wasn't one time, but always been a Razorback fan. And you know, and then I love college basketball. You know, I have several favorite teams there, you know, and of course Arkansas Jayhawks, you know, you know, stuff like that. And but yeah, I love the March Madness. I love to watch March Madness, man. It's just, you know, those kids are just playing with, you know, all their heart there, you know, and you see some really good close games, and you know, and it just it's just a lot of fun for me to watch that. But
Well, you
anyway,
get a lot of upsets in the early rounds of March Madness, like Florida Gulf Coast a couple of years ago. Nobody ever heard of them, and they're beating big game schools. Butler
yeah.
out of Indianapolis as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just love the fact that some of these young, you know, these smaller schools can get an opportunity, you know, to play, you know. And you know, if there's an underdog coming up through the, you know, the March Madness, you know, man, I'm, you know, like you said, some college that, you know, you hardly ever heard of, and you know, I'm most usually rooting for them too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is time to do the giveaway, guys. So make sure your hashtags in HBN99. We'll give everybody just a minute here to get those in, and we'll be doing that giveaway. And tonight will be for the skinny blue knife. So I'll get this screen brought up here. And wow, we only have 15 entries. I think that's the least I've ever seen it. So, well, there's a few. They're starting to climb. So, yep. We'll be doing the skinny blue knife at least for a few more weeks now. And I think we gave them away. I'll have to look, but getting close to 50 of them. So, yeah, we'll get those away for a few more weeks at least, and then we'll be switching over to the skinny purple pink rose gold knife. Alrighty. Jacob S says I still don't have a skinny blue knife. Well,
maybe we can fix that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Man. So somebody like to give me a countdown here, and we'll get this thing a spin.
All right, I'll go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it.
All right, round and round she goes.
Close. Congrats, Jacob.
And be sure to step in the chat there, Jacob.
Jacob, put something in there.
Yeah, I don't see him yet.
Ask and you shall receive. If you'll answer.
You got a hashtag?
Yeah, he won my giveaway last night.
Yeah, he
must be on
did.
a winning streak.
There he is.
Yep.
Say hi to Warner out there.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
Aston, you received. Oh man, congratulations, buddy. So
Yeah, half
Jacob.
The panel was going to give it to you if we won, Jacob.
That's exactly what I was planning.
You like it. You'll like it.
So Jacob, email me at AmericanHillbillyUp@gmail.com and give me the name and address that you'd like that sent to, buddy. So, and I want to shout out the VIPs for sponsoring this giveaway, and really appreciate them for doing that. And speaking of the VIPs, here they are right here, and sure appreciate each and every one of them. Oh my goodness! So we got one more topic. The Moondog or Jamie, anybody need to jump off here before we get on to the next topic?
Yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
I do. I got to get up and get ready for church in the morning. And, man, I appreciate y'all having me. And it's always a blast on Saturday night. But it's 20 till midnight here. So,
oh, man.
So, I got to get up at 7, be at church at 9. So, thank y'all for having me. I hope to get some videos out this coming week. So, check us out Friday nights at 8 o'clock on Georgia Shooting Connection, followed closely by the Gizzard Gary Show. So, thank y'all.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate it, buddy. And guys, if you're not subbed to JH586, go over there and check him out. And also the Georgia Shooting Connection. Always a lot of fun stuff. So anyway, Moondog, go ahead. What you got coming up, buddy?
Well, I've got my hopefully regular live stream coming up next Wednesday, but also I have this just came in. I started the October giveaway on my channel was a mount, an offset cantilever mount from Discovery, but they hadn't yet sent this one, so I had to show off the 6160 or 6061 mount that they also have, and you can win either of them. But this is the brand new one. This is a 20 MOA 7075 aluminum mount, and you can see it's pre-lapped already. So just the very next day that I a couple of days after I announced the giveaway, I finally got a sample to show off. So this is what you could possibly win this month if you join in my contest, and that's at moondogindustries.com/contest. And I've neglected to include a link to that, so I will copy and paste a link right now to enter in that contest. And all you have to do to qualify is be a subscriber to my travel channel, Moondog Go, which is why I have Moondog Go as my name for tonight, to remind folks to subscribe to that channel or follow me on X, and that will qualify you for the contest. And I'll be pulling the winner in November. So I've been testing out and filming a review of this. So this will be coming up in a week or so. The review on this new mount, and also I got an Olight. The new Olight Arcfeld, which is their new flat EDC, and this one puts out at 1400 lumens, and I don't know if you could see this. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. It's this one is not being given away because this is pretty banged up, and as you can see, this is a little bit bent down over here. Well, one of the tests I did today on this was running it over with my SUV and seeing if it would survive. And let's see. Yes, it does. It did survive. The belt clip did not quite survive it. Here we go, Gary. I forgot. Is that? Did you win that from one of my contests? No, you bought it. Oh, you're muted.
No, I was sent this for review. So
Is that the Ultra or the Pro?
it's a Pro.
Yeah. Okay. Well, once you finish do the review, talk to them and see if they'll send out the new. This is the newer one that they put out. Really, there's not that much difference between the Ultra and the Pro. This is like 100 more lumens than the Pro. So, little slight differences. This one looks a little bit more angly, so a little more Cybertruck-esque. I would call it, but they're pretty good. They're good flat EDC lights. So anyway, enough of a plug, but that's what I'm working on. And come check out the live stream this coming Wednesday.
Awesome.
And thanks for having me, guys, and it was great seeing you.
Good to see you. Guys, go over and check out Moondog's channel. Actually, he's got 3 of them. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, and so
here, let me post them before I jump off.
Great stuff. And anyway, he does a lot of contests, and so I mean it's a lot of fun, and you have great chances of winning over there. And so make sure you go check him out and subscribe. And then next Wednesday, he'll be doing a live. And what time will that start?
Let's see. That would be. It's going to be 3:00 Pacific, so that'll be 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m.
5 Central, 6 Eastern. Yeah. All right. So.
All right, everybody.
Look forward to that, buddy.
You guys have a good weekend, and since Jamie didn't get a chance to say it before jumping off, y'all go to church, all right? Because that's where I got to go tomorrow morning. Okay. Good night, folks.
All right, buddy. We'll see you.
Good night, Moondog.
All righty. And I want to thank Michael Dunn out there. He gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that very much. And we have 5 new VIPs. So, and for those that just gifted the VIP, if you're new there, we do a Tuesday night VIP chat, and it's just for the VIPs, and we do that on Tuesday nights at 8:30 Central, so it'll be 9:30 Eastern. And then also I most usually try to always get a video out just for the VIPs on like Wednesday, and so we'll be looking for that, and sure appreciate you. And oh my goodness, we have one more topic here that would be fun, and we'll do this one. So I hope everybody can have a say so on this. What's your favorite ice cream and homemade dessert?
Peach pie and vanilla ice cream.
They don't have to be together, but I just thought favorite
Yes,
ice cream, and then also favorite dessert, and then like you said, right there, the Alamo even makes it even better.
They have to be together. They have to be together. Pie and vanilla ice cream. It has to go together.
Not Michael Dunn. So if you didn't have any peach pie to go with it, is there an ice cream that you'd like, or just sticking with the vanilla?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was about ready to sneeze. What did you say, Hillbilly? I was focusing on my sneeze. I've been going into a sneezing fit the last 5 minutes.
Blueberry cobbler and ice cream, dang good stuff right there too. So if you didn't have any pie to go with it, you just eating ice cream. You just gonna stick with the straight vanilla, or would you maybe pick out some bubble gum or chocolate chip or something?
Actually, my favorite ice cream is either Rocky Road or butter brickle if I'm just having ice cream. If I'm
All
just
right.
having ice cream. So yeah, it's a toss up between those two. I always alternate back and forth, so I really don't have a locked in one, but that's my top two for sure.
Yeah.
That tie.
There we got Ozzy has butter pecan ice cream and pecan pie. That feller likes pecan real well, don't he? And man, I can't argue with that, Bama Dad. Edie's Rocky Road's pretty dang good right there. And then we had the blueberry cobbler and ice cream and chocolate ice cream and homemade ice cream. There you go. Dang good stuff. So, garage guy, how about you, buddy?
Well, as far as ice cream, I got two big favorites. Chocolate all day long.
There you
That's
go.
probably why I look like I do. You know, I look like an upside down light bulb with legs. So, and I love ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Always have, always will. And as far as my favorite dessert, I got to go with banana pudding with the vanilla wafers in there. Love it.
Oh, man, that is. My wife makes some awesome homemade banana pudding. And,
Well, tell her to email me some of that banana pudding. I love that stuff.
oh, man. Yeah, this is like really, really, the pudding's really, really light and fluffy. And
Right.
then the bananas, she does like the layer thing. And oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. No doubt about that. All righty. And then see, did you do a favorite dessert?
Yeah, a banana pudding.
Oh, just okay, the banana pudding. That's right. Doggone it. I was reading some of the side chat and but awesome, good stuff. So how about you, Gary?
Well, there's only one thing better than warm apple pie, and that would be an apple fritter. Apple fritter with a little bit of caramel over the top of it, and maybe a little bit of ice cream melted in there with it too, just to cool it off. Ice cream itself, I got to go with the butter brickle too. I'm like Pat on that one. That's always been my favorite. But I do like a chocolate chip or anything with chocolate in it too. There's not too many ice creams I won't eat. I'll even eat strawberry and strawberry. Every once in a while, pistachio is pretty good. Now, if it had ketchup or mustard in it, it'd probably be nasty. So don't give me that weird stuff. But I love me some ice cream. Can't hardly have it, so that don't mean I don't like it. But
Well, good stuff, man. Real good. So one of my grandparents, my grandma, she can do homemade ice cream, and she must usually do a couple different flavors of them. And of course, I love going to the old church ice cream socials too. But if they weren't doing homemade ice cream, she always had orange sherbet
Oh,
and
that's
in the
good.
freezer. And so,
That's good.
yeah,
That's good stuff too.
Remember those pop-up things? They looked like they come in
the
toilet
pop-ups,
paper
yeah.
molds, and they were orange. I loved those.
Yep, get them from the Schwann's, man, that come around. Man, I loved those as a kid.
Yeah, I love the pop-ups. And I like ice cream sandwiches. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
well, heck.
Sorry about that. But nanner cake, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, now I love a lot of different good desserts, no doubt about that. But I remember my wife coming one time. We'll keep some ice cream sandwiches around, especially with grandkids coming over. And she goes, "Oh, I got you something." She handed me this box. It's ice cream sandwiches, but they're real thick and they're called Fat Boy. I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Yeah. Just a second.
Well, this topic right here has made me hungry. Now I want an ice cream sandwich.
Oh man. But I love cobblers too.
Yeah.
Pies. My granny used to make gooseberry pie and gooseberry cobbler that I just really, really loved. But she also made a chocolate pie from scratch, crust and everything. And oh my goodness, that stuff, was so good. Most usually, like as kids, like besides if it was our birthday or something, like yeah, we still wanted a birthday cake, but we wanted Granny to make us a chocolate pie for our birthday. Like as that's what gift from you, Granny. It's just a chocolate pie. They're always so good. But yeah, ice cream, man, I like a lot of it. I just I kind of like just the old vanilla with chocolate syrup on it too. That's
Yeah.
just always a good deal for me. And
I like what they call fudge ripple. It's vanilla with the chocolate swirl on the inside. Kind of a small mixture of both.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, here we got some rhubarb crisp. Oh man, that's good too. You chocolate cobbler. I've not had chocolate cobbler. I'm gonna have to check into that. Yeah, the dip cones, the hard dip cones at DQ, those were always good too. No doubt about that.
Let's
Oh,
put it
milk.
this way: there's not many ice creams that I won't turn down, unless it's something completely off the wall. I like a lot of them.
No doubt about that. Well, man, what a fun night and a great time. And we'll start working our way around the room and see what everybody's got coming up. And if you're out there on the side chat and there's something you'd like to plug, please put it out there and we'll sure highlight it for you and everything. And so, Pat in the bunker, what do you got coming up, buddy?
Well, hopefully I can finish up that red dot video tomorrow. I'm gonna hopefully carve out a little bit of time to do that before I get really busy, because harvest is gonna hit next week, and finally got kind of caught up with getting everything ready for weaning and everything. So hopefully I can take a little bit of time off tomorrow and get that one filmed. And then it's probably going to be a little while before I make another video, unless it rains or something like that. Excuse me. So yeah, that's my plan for tomorrow. Anyway, and it's supposed to be a lot cooler and a lot nicer. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's about all I got right now. So anyway, yeah, go check out all these guys on here. Everybody makes good content. And I'll definitely have to go check out your video. I saw the thumbnail for it, Garage Guy, and yeah, you didn't look like you were very happy.
Thank you.
Well, awesome. So, guys, go over and check out Pat in the Bunker. Subscribe if you're not already. And appreciate you being here tonight. Good night, Ron. Anyway, so Garage Guy, you said you put a video out just right before the show, and so you got that, and you got other stuff coming up?
Excuse me. Yes, I do. Plan on having the first shots video of the revolver. Won from Jamie during the giveaway for Scotsman here a while back. I made very good and sure that revolver made it to the garage, and I should have that up by the end of this coming week. Earlier today, I uploaded a video about what I call a unicorn, a very hard to find firearm, the Taurus 942 revolver chambered in 22 LR, and
nice.
it didn't go as well as I planned.
Oh man.
Yeah, but anyway, you win some, you lose some, you know. But it's always fun being on here. I enjoyed talking to you guys, spending time with you. Those people over in the side chat are awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and get off here myself after I quit running my mouth. But it's always good to be here, Mike. Next week, episode 100. And
Yeah.
I saw you got the text I sent. I'm going to be donating those gifts for the giveaway. And I tell you, a lot of people try to have a live stream, and it might not go past 6 or 7, weeks. 100, that's an achievement. You got a good thing going, my friend, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Thank you very much. And I want to say good night, and I'll catch you next week for the big show.
Awesome. Also, good night, Bama Dad out there, and thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate that. But man, it's the reason the show is still going and doing what it's doing is because awesome, panel members that come on here and the side chat, man. If it wasn't for that side chat out there every week, man, we just be talking to ourselves, and that side chat is just awesome. I mean, such great people, such a great community, to be a part of. So if you not subscribed to the Garage Guy 879, go over and check out his channel and subscribe. A lot of great stuff over there. Again, appreciate it, buddy. And Gary, what do you got coming up, bud?
Well, let's see. I just finished a knife review on the Kaiser Mini Militaw. I've got another one coming up this next week, and of course, I've got my 2 live streams for my channel members. We have our members only chat on Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central, and then Foul Territory is Friday night at 9 p.m. Central. So, anyway, that's what I got going on. Let's see. The answer to the question out there in the private chat is not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks for having me. Always appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Gizzard. And also want to say good night to Jacob S. out there. And congratulations, buddy. And if you don't not a member or subscribe to Gizzard Gary or a member, go over and check him out. Subscribe. Always a lot of fun. Great reviews on knives and all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, you got Foul Territory and his members chat. And so always a lot of fun. So thank you so much for being here tonight. Appreciate you. And I want to, again, just thank the not only the panel, but the side chat. You guys are awesome. I look forward to, this night, spending this time with each and every one of you. And I sure appreciate, each and every one of you. So you guys are awesome. And we'll leave you at this tonight, guys. Remember, God, family, and country. And make somebody's day better, will you? If the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise. We'll be seeing you all again. Good night. We